Hello, friends, and welcome to the new episode of r/Tales from Retail. And today we have another set of crazy stories for you. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day. Let's get started. Give me a new phone or I'll get you fired. Okay. So this just happened to me a few hours ago, and it stands as the biggest WTF moment in my job. Little bit of background. I work as a contracted cell phone technician for a large superstore chain in my country. My job duties entail selling and activating phones and assisting guests with technical issues with their phones. Due to me being a private contractor, I don't answer to any management staff or employees for the superstore, and I'm essentially my own boss. On top of this, I do have a right to decline service to anyone. However, I never do because I don't want to turn people away just because they're having a bad day. But after what happened today, I'm going to enact my right to do so for any future encounters. So I had to clean up the language a little bit, so please excuse the weird words in italics. So today I was minding my own business when I was approached by the mythical Omega Karen. Okay was a 65-year-old woman who had what looked to be about 4 layers of makeup on her face and a beehive haircut so big she looked like she had a basketball underneath it. Her hair looked like an Omega symbol too. That's why I call her Omega Karen. She explained to me that her phone wasn't working, and being the ever so helpful person that I am, I went to work diagnosing the problem. After a quick inspection and tinkering around with the phone, I came to the conclusion that the phone was bricked. I informed OK of this revelation, and the exchange went a little like this. OK, so what do we do now? Me. Well, ma'am, unfortunately, the best course of action would be to replace the phone. Luckily, I have the same phone on sale for $49.99. I'm not buying a phone. I bought the phone from here, so I want it exchanged. Okay, ma'am, do you have the receipt for the old phone? This is where she went from a nice old lady to Omega-level Karen. Listen here, you stupid piece of crud. I bought this phone almost a year ago. I don't have the receipt. I bought it here and it's not effective. Your company has to honor the guest and replace this broken piece of crud, and you're going to do it free of charge. I soon realized this was going to be a crap show, so I decided to try to Tai Chi the situation in an attempt to mitigate any damage. Okay, ma'am, I understand that you're frustrated. But unfortunately, due to the store's policy, we can't do any exchanges after 30 days of purchase. After the words left my mouth, I realized that I effed up, and she was ready to retaliate. Bullcrap! You're just trying to scam me out of $50. I'm not having that. It's not my fault that it's a cheap piece of crud. If anything, it's your fault it's broken. All my whats were expended after hearing this, and she actually was blaming me, a guy she's never even seen before, of breaking her phone. Ma'am, I'm sorry, but there's honestly nothing the store can do for you. However, because you bought the phone less than a year ago, the warranty should still be replaceable through the carrier warranty. I'd be happy to call. She interrupted me by picking up my stapler and raised it to threaten me with it. You will get me a fudging phone right now, or I swear to God I'll throw this at your fudging head. Ma'am, threatening me is not going to solve your problem. Now, as I was saying, I can call up the carrier and see if they can replace it under their warranty. OK threw the stapler to the ground, breaking it, angrily grabbing her broken phone, then telling me to go fudge myself, and she stormed off. After she left, I picked up the stapler and threw it out, then continued with the next guest. Now, I wish it all ended here. Unfortunately, God hates me and wanted to prove it. About 5 minutes after she stormed off, she returned, but she wasn't alone. OK did what every Karen dreams of doing and got the store manager. And it wasn't just him, but the security guy as well. Store manager. This guest has informed me that you won't assist her with her phone. Mind telling me why? Well, I explained the situation to the store manager, who was looking like he was about to hit me, then interrupted me by saying, Okay, and at what point did you throw a stapler at her? I was confused until it finally dawned on me the person who threatened me was trying to frame me for assault over a $50 flip phone. I never did that. In fact, she was the one who threatened me with the OK interrupted me. Bullcrap! You threw a stapler at me telling me you were going to choke the life out of me. I want this man arrested for assault. The security guy approached me. Is there any way you can corroborate your story? I say, you could check the cameras. They most likely caught the whole interaction. As soon as I said the word camera, OK went ballistic. How dare you believe this stupid punk over me? You should feel ashamed of yourself. Security guard says, ma'am, we need to make sure we get the full details of the event so we can better explain it to the authorities. I don't want to wait for the police. Just fire him and get me someone who can help me. Ma'am, you just said you wanted him arrested. Stop putting words in my mouth, young man. Just fire this piece of crud. So this is when the store manager finally pipes up and tells her the bad news. Unfortunately, ma'am, he's a private contractor that handles our phones. We can't fire him because he doesn't work for our company. Now, if he did what you say he did, it'd be best to get the video proof. That way we can escort him off the property. OK relented and agreed to look at the footage. All four of us went to the security room to roll back the tape, and as soon as we got to the part where she grabbed the stapler and held it up, she started screaming. This is bullcrap! All you fudgers are in on it. I'm going to sue you all for tampering with evidence. We'll see you in court. She began to walk out the door and noticed me smiling, which I soon regretted doing. OK smacked me across the face, then spat on me. Luckily, the security guard heard the slap and quickly subdued her. After a quick call to the police, she was handcuffed and put in the back of a squad car. The police asked me if I wanted to press charges. All it took was one good look at her for me to say yes. Once I got done with the paperwork, the store manager apologized for what had happened, then informed me that OK was blacklisted and was to be arrested on site if she ever came back to the store. I'm currently writing this laughing at the whole situation. Fudging Karen. And our next story. Do I look like an idiot? A few years ago, I worked in the airport at an electronics store. The store was massive, so each salesperson had their own department, and we didn't mingle with other departments. Back then, I was only 22, and I was working in the digital cameras department. This was over 12 years ago, by the way, just to put you guys in perspective. Smartphones were just beginning to show up, and in no way were they as popular as they are today. One day, a relatively non-busy day, me and 3 of my friends were waiting for clients to come into the store. It was between flights, so the airport was pretty empty, and we had some free time. A young woman, maybe 24 or 25, walks in and slams an automatic translator device on the counter right in front of me. Conversation goes something along these lines. Young woman, hello. I bought this last year when I flew abroad, and it never worked from the moment I bought it. I just want to get a refund or someone to fix it. Me. Ma'am, this is the photography stand. I can't help you with this. And even if it was my department, we don't do customer support in the airport. You'll need to try contacting our customer support, and they'll help you when you're back home. No, that's not good enough. I paid a lot of money for it, and it never worked. I want you to fix it now or replace it. But I don't know how to fix it. And we can't just replace it. That's your issue. I want you to fix this now. Me. Okay, what's the problem? Normally, I don't take crap from people, even at work. I will put them in their place, even if it means losing a sale. My managers are always okay with it as long as I'm being professional, but this was just when I started working, so I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself. Also, I was extremely bored at work. It never turned on, not even once from the moment I bought it. Mind if I take a look? Go ahead, but it won't work, I'm telling you. So I take the translator device and press the on button. Do you honestly think I never tried to press on? What do I look like, an idiot? What? No, I just tried it. So I continue to examine it, pressing the on button a couple more times, and it's not doing anything. I turn the device over and open the battery chamber. Do I look like an idiot who won't put batteries inside? She was screaming now. Do you treat all your clients this way, or is it just because I'm a girl? Ma'am, please relax. I never said you're stupid or anything. I just want to examine the product. This is a waste of time. Just replace it. It's not working. So I pull out all 3 batteries and look inside. I then turn the batteries around and put them back in, facing the way it shows in the battery chamber. I close the chamber and press on. The device turns on. I place the working device on the counter right in front of her as she looks on with horror. No one at the counter is saying a word. Then I finally break the silence after like 30 seconds. It's working now. Oh. I just stand there in silence, smiling. You guys are going to make fun of me once I go away, aren't you? Oh yes, definitely. So if you don't mind, I'm having a real hard time keeping the laughter inside. She took her item and started to walk away, and I busted out laughing. She was still in the store and started walking a bit faster to get out. And our third story for you. Let me just put these in my car. About 2 years ago, I was working as a cashier at a pet store. We always had crazy cat ladies coming in and out. One night, just at closing, a regular crazy cat lady comes in. She's known for causing trouble, using fraudulent coupons, and just generally being an unpleasant person. Gets her usual stuff, then comes to my register. I scan and bag all the items and make small talk. Then she grabs her cart and starts to walk out the door. "Ma'am, you forgot to pay." "No, I didn't. I'm going to put these in my car and be right back." "I'm sorry, ma'am, you have to pay for the items before you leave." At this point, my manager comes past. He'd been having a bad night, was not in the mood for crap. "What's going on?" he says. "She wants to put her items in her car before paying." "I'm a customer. It's my right to do that." The manager tells her, "That's considered theft. Either pay or leave." "Fine." The cat lady then pays and leaves. A few days later, store gets a call from corporate. The woman on the line is laughing so hard she can barely speak. Apparently someone called to complain that we wouldn't let them take stuff out of the store without paying first. Thank you all for watching the video to the end, and I'll see you in the next one soon.